This week, we give you the latest on the cell-based seafood industry as it enters into the next stage of commercialization. Technological advancements towards sustainable agriculture practices in the meat industry aren't slowing down anytime soon. At this moment, the most successful products are built entirely from fillet cells, mainly muscle tissue, creating a value-added product that cooks and tastes exactly like a traditional fillet. The goal of cell-based seafood is to provide a consistent product that is 100% yield with the exact same nutritional and functional benefits of a conventional piece of fish. In our last cell-based seafood episode, we were fortunate enough to check in with Lou Cooperhouse, President and CEO of BlueNalu, who sees cell-based seafood as a vital third addition to the seafood supply chain, alongside wild and farm-raised fish. Since then, BlueNalu has had an extremely successful year, closing over $80 million in funding, the largest financing to date in the cell-based seafood industry worldwide, and is at the forefront of producing cell-based seafood at a global scale. BlueNalu is currently working on a mahi-mahi fillet, where they see an opportunity for improvement, as mahi-mahi is a difficult fish to commercially produce. Lou gave us an update on the current state of production by means of their 5-phase commercialization plan, and it's looking like we can see cell-based seafood fillets on the market sooner than we thought.
So phase 3 is where BlueNalu is really at this year. And what that means is we are putting together a pilot facility that is essentially a mini factory. It has all the GMP practices, procedures in place to manufacture our cell-based seafood in a small way under regulatory approval. So we are designing a best-in-class processing facility to manufacture cell-based seafood, and what it becomes is an innovation center where we can continually roll out new species and new forms. So mahi-mahi, then bluefin tuna, as a cube, as a fillet, as a strip, and really get market feedback. So if we were to talk this time next year, we would have product in commerce. So it's our objective to have a product in test market, in early 2022, if not sooner, and in restaurants across the nation. But in terms of large scale production, it's really probably at best, 2024 or 2025, where we see the first large scale factory coming into commerce. And that's kind of our goal, is our phase 5 facility that we could possibly break ground in 2023, 2024, and then launch that, 12, 18 months later.
One of the bigger differences between cell-based and traditional seafood is the lack of environmental contamination, such as mercury or microplastics, making it a significantly cleaner protein for all consumers. Lou also explains that cell-based seafood in a fresh state will have a longer shelf life due to the lack of contaminants, with a next to zero plate count or bacteria count. However, their initial product will be stored frozen. We also spoke to Lou in regards to the academic skepticism towards this brand new science. The quote in question from UC Berkeley's Alt Meat Lab's Ricardo San Martin, stating that when the process is scaled up in bioreactors, the crowded cells can overheat and die.
Well, that particular professor is not correct. This is a brand new field with brand new technology. There's more than one way to accomplish this feat. I think, what we've identified at BlueNalu is there's a blank piece of paper. Nobody had the knowledge of propagating fish cells. All the science was on mammalian cells. So there's an awful lot of techniques to really, and fish cells, like fish in the wild, grow at lower temperatures also. So obviously mammalian cells grow at higher temperatures, so that, that could be a correct statement for different kind of species or different kind of finished product applications. But obviously, everything is distinctive. And we're all figuring this out together, but there's clearly no barriers to getting this accomplished. It just takes time and tenacity to figure out the exact approach. We've learned at BlueNalu that there's a variety of solutions. We've made it our goal to accomplish this without genetic engineering in an animal-free way. And obviously, if we weren't so convinced that that could be accomplished, we could accomplish it in different ways. But again, there's many pathways to success, and it's just a matter of time.
With the unforeseen events of this past year, it is clear that our goal should be to secure our food supply chain as much as possible. While BlueNalu certainly face their respective challenges with supplies and a staggered workforce, they have managed to pull through on schedule. We will be sure to keep an eye on cell-based seafood as we make the shift towards a more sustainable seafood industry. If you are not already, be sure to subscribe to our 3-Minute Market Insight using the sign-up form below to keep tuned in to all of the upcoming market insights. Thank you for joining me for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This has been Tasha Cadence reminding you to stay safe, buy smart, and eat more seafood.